Right, once again, FightHype Live is back, holding it down live from Los Angeles, or technically Carson, California tonight. Already jumping into round 2 here of Boots Ennis, maybe the most talented fighter in boxing, the most talented non-world champion in the sport, a guy that has the talent to possibly beat a Errol Spencer or Terrence Crawford in the near future, but already won round 1, fought most of the round in the orthodox stance, switched southpaw in the last minute. Castillo Clayton not able to get off at all in round 1. All Boots Ennis in round 1.
Somebody got one lit up in here.
So here we are in round 2 now. Boots coming out in the southpaw stance, working his jab right away. Shoots a little bit of a left uppercut off the jab in the southpaw stance. Nice 1-2 from Boots. Boots keeping it in the center of the ring. Shoots a straight left to the body off the jab. Constant jab, kind of like we saw Errol Spence with Ugas a couple weeks ago. Just busy right when the round starts, letting his hands go right from jump. Another jab from Boots Ennis out the southpaw stance. Just misses with a counter left uppercut as he made Clayton step in. Ennis short with the jab there. Center ring action. Boots off the jab again, out of the southpaw stance. Shoots a left hand to the body now. Shoots another left to the body. Brings a left hand up top after that body shot. The crowd is excited to watch Ennis tonight, an electric talent. Ennis staying in the southpaw stance, working 2 jabs, 3 jabs now, 4 jabs. Clayton getting his hands up to block him, but Ennis looking to set up behind that jab. Good straight left to the body off the jab by Ennis, showing the hand speed there. Lots of activity from Boots early in the fight. Another straight left to the body off the jab for Ennis. Clayton stepping forward, getting Boots along the ropes now. Boots back in the corner. Touches with the jab out. Shoots a left uppercut off the ropes and then steps off the ropes now to his left. Clayton staying on top of Ennis, but not letting go of a lot of shots. Worried defensively about what's coming back from that hand speed of Ennis. Ennis switches orthodox now, working his jab. Busy jab, whether it's the southpaw stance or the orthodox stance for Boots Ennis. Very busy thudding jab. 2 jabs out of the orthodox stance now. Another jab. Busy jab, whether it's the lead hand and southpaw. Right hand off the lead jab. It was an overhand right over the top, and down is Clayton in round 2. Jab set it up for Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis dancing a little bit in the corner, and that's it. Just like the right hand that dropped Delorme early in that first round. Clayton in bad shape. I don't know if he's recovering from this round. He's on Queer Street, wobbling all over the ring, and that is it. It's a second round knockout for Boots Ennis. Just spectacular. Clayton unable to get anything going offensively through 2 rounds. Boots kind of like we see from Spence, just busy with his jab immediately, wasting no time. Came out orthodox, jabbed Clayton's head off, worked his levels with it, body and head. Then he switched southpaw to end the first round, put some combos together. Here in round 2, starts southpaw and finishes orthodox, throwing jabs out of the orthodox stance, and he brought an overhand right, like the same shot he caught Delorme with in the first round of their fight, and Clayton could not recover. Kind of like you've seen from Trevor Burbick against Mike Tyson, just not able to recover. Getting up from the knockdown, but still like he's drunk, still on Queer Street, and that's it, man. Second round knockout for Boots, who continues to just dazzle and electrify and blow out everybody they put in front of him. It looks like the only fights, a Stan Jonas fight would be a good test, a good step up, but really Thurman, Spence, and Crawford are the fights everybody wants to see this kid in. He looked just spectacular. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat tonight. Here we go. But yes, just a great performance by Boots Ennis there. But went about a round and a half. Clayton wasn't able to let go of too much, and then he tried to step to Boots a little bit, and Boots off that jab, great jab, thudding jab. You could hear the thud on the jab, whether he's southpaw or orthodox. Sounds a little more thudding when he's orthodox. I think his jab is a little bit heavier out of the orthodox stance, but you guys feel like he jabs better out of either stance, or it's the same champ side? You feel like he has a better jab out of either stance, or it looks the same to you? Whether
Bro, he got strong both hands.
well, he does. That was the same right hand he hit Delorme with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Over the top in the first round. Check the chat out. Boots versus Ortiz, man, that fight wouldn't happen for a long time. I think Ortiz is headed to 54 anyways, but Ennis Crawford would be an amazing fight. Him against Spence or Crawford's an amazing fight. Talent-wise, and he looked huge in the ring tonight. Clearly, he's going to be a strong 154-pounder and a good 60-pounder too. He's huge welterweight and making the weight comfortably right now too. It looks like very hydrated at the weigh-in and coming into the ring looking 160 plus. Ennis is a monster. You know, in terms of raw talent, you know, one of the top 5 most talented guys in boxing right now. No one's going to want to fight him, but hopefully his management can get him a Keith Thurman. Thurman's frozen out of the big fight at Spence and Crawford. They're circling each other, so maybe with some convincing and a big check for Thurman, they can convince him to get in there with this young killer. Where do I pay to watch? This is just on Showtime tonight. So if you have the Showtime or the Showtime app, you're good. You don't have to pay. This isn't pay-per-view tonight. Rolly and Tank is pay-per-view 2 weeks from now, but tonight is free Showtime. So let's see here. Who has the stream link? Again, it should just be on Showtime. Otherwise, just keep it locked in with us or Uriah Charles. Just keep it locked in if you just want a round by round. But if you want to watch the fight, check it out on Showtime. So yeah, just a recap for people joining us now. Ennis started the fight orthodox, finished the first round southpaw. Then second round starts southpaw, switches orthodox, gets the knockout off an overhand right off the jab. His jab was so busy, whether he was southpaw or orthodox. It was constant. And A-plus performance again for Boots, man. He is just electrifying right now. Yeah, and the arena not full tonight, not yet, but about 3/5 full, and definitely about 3,500 or so people here. And once Boots came in the arena, they locked in and were ready to. Jim Gray in the ring now with Boots Ennis.
I'm just talking for my friend, you know,
Again, we do have fellow ringside media tonight. We don't want to talk too crazy, too loud. Got to be cognizant of others around us. But thank you guys for. Was that back of the head? No, Matteo Pantagelli. Pantanelli, excuse me. The G is silent in Italian when it's NG. Matteo Pantanelli. I know you're asking because it was the same shot he got Delorme with, but no, not nowhere near back of the head. This one even more clearly on the side of the head to get this knockout. So.
Just caught it right here.
But yes, on that right hand by Boots. on that right hand by Boots again, kind of that Trevor Berbick, Mike Tyson effect. Guy getting up, beating the count, but just not able to recover whatsoever. Boots is only 24. His resume is right where it should be. I mean, it's a product of your era too, and the politics of boxing. You know, early in his career, he did not sign to one of the big three, top-ranked PBC and DAZN. So, you know, being with Cameron Duncan, is kind of frozen out of the big picture up until recently, making that deal with Showtime. So, you know, in past years, by 24, he'd have already been able to face a couple of champions. But with how dangerous he is, no one with a name is going to willingly want to fight him. I think his resume could already be filled with names if he had the opportunities at this point. But he is as high a risk as you could probably get right now, and the reward isn't there yet. So it'll be tough for him to get the fights he deserves. But when he gets them, I expect him to win them. He is just a dynamite talent, a dynamite fighter so far. Yeah, guys, we are live at the, well, we still call it the Stub Hub, but the Dignity Health Park here in Carson, California. I like to just think of it as we're in LA tonight, you know, Los Angeles. Is Boots now the mandatory for the IBF title? You know, it's a good question. I'm not sure this was enough to get him. I know he's in the top 5. Let's go ahead and check the rankings real quick just to keep sure. IBF rankings, welterweight. I know this was a title eliminator, but I don't know if it was enough to elevate him to the mandatory spot. Let's take a look here at the IBF USA rankings. So, my FightHype fans. Yeah, that does it. He was already rated number 3, and 1 and 2 were not rated in the IBF, so this has to make him the number 1 challenger for Errol Spence's IBF championship. I doubt we see that fight in the near future, but honestly, Ennis, as great as he's looking, him versus Spence is almost as great a fight as Crawford and Spence. Obviously not quite, because those guys have been dominant in this era for the last half decade plus. So that's the fight. That's, you know, the climax of that era. But I wouldn't be upset at all if Boots Ennis got the crack at Errol Spence instead of Terrence Crawford. And they're playing Errol Spence's song right now from Big Tuck. Southside Gorillas from Big Tuck. People went crazy to that back on April 16th with Spence. Tonight, he's got his fellow Texan, Jermell Charlo, fighting for the undisputed title. Looking to be the first undisputed champion in the 4-belt era at 154. Some of the other great fighters in this division include De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas when he was very young, Felix Trinidad, fellow Texan Terry Norris, who's had more title defenses at 154 than any fighter in boxing history. So some great history at 54. Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather. Some great fighters come through this division, but none of them have been undisputed in the 4-belt era. So that's a chance for Jermell to make a Hall of Fame claim tonight if he can win. But yes, Boots is the Mando now. New subscriber, shout out to you. Just want love from India. We appreciate it, brother. Love back to you. Have I ever met Mike Tyson? Yep. Yeah, I met Mike. Interviewed Mike at Canelo Plant, and actually one of the first times I met Mike, it was funny because I saw him at Hasim Rahman's weigh-in with Oleg Maskayev, their rematch in 06. And Mike wasn't in a good place at the time. He was doing cocaine and things like that. He wasn't in a good place. It happens to the best of them. And I asked for a picture at like 14 years old. And he looks at his friend, man, and then I look at him and go, so can I still get the picture? And he took the picture, so I was happy. But it was just funny that he reacted that way, and I didn't blink. I still wanted a picture with the great Mike Tyson. So, yeah, I met Mike, talked to Mike. He's in a much better place now. much more approachable. But for main event, yeah, I picked Charlo, but I went back a couple nights ago, Tuesday night. I rewatched the first fight. When I was live, I thought maybe Charlo did pull out that draw by hurting him and rallying late, but rewatching it, Castano kind of clearly won that fight. 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5, and Charlo kind of struggled at times with that high guard defense. It looks kind of basic from Castano, but he's very, very good with what he does defensively, and had a good job not just rushing in and picking his spots and being very patient in getting Charlo where he wanted to on the ropes before he threw. But I just feel like Charlo should be able to make some adjustments, be the boxer puncher, use his jab in the center of the ring more, set things up to the body, set things up. But there's a chance that the reason why those adjustments didn't came is Charlo didn't see enough openings to punch on the high guard. And he wound up hurting Castano when he countered him and kind of had to wait on that counter, which let Castano dictate the pace at times because kept hurting him with the check left hook. But in order to hurt him with the check left hook, that's a counter shot, and you're waiting on the other guy. So Charlo would sometimes wait on that counter, get back to the ropes, and then bang, land it. But in order to do that, you wind up waiting on the other guy. So Charlo's got to mix it up. He's got to be first with his jab at times, keep in the center of the ring, and still land that counter hook when it's there, when Castano opens up. But he can't wait on it all night like he did in the first fight. He's got to be first more often, throw more punches per round than he did last time, and make the adjustments necessary. We'll see if he can do that. So, someone says, "Sir, where are you from?" Originally New York, but I lived in Vegas most of my life now. But we're out in LA tonight. Crawford going to avoid Spence, Ennis, and Ortiz. I don't think Crawford is avoiding anybody. I think he wants the Spence fight, and Spence wants him. They're not concerned with Boots right now. And they shouldn't be, because it's just a whole lot of risk and headache and danger for a guy who's, to no fault of his own, is still unproven. Background stuff. Thank you, Barney. Appreciate it, guys. Thurman versus Boots is possible. I have a feeling maybe it could be possible. They probably have to overpay Thurman to take that kind of a dangerous fight, because otherwise Thurman probably feels like he could fight a Stanionis, fight a Ugas, get a win, and get ready to face Spence if the Crawford fight falls through, or fight the winner when the fight does go through, hopefully. So, but maybe with a fat check and some convincing, maybe they can get Thurman in the ring with Boots, and I've got to favor the young guy in that. I still think Thurman showed he has something in the tank against Barrios. Good, and I actually wish he was fighting next month, staying active like he said he would, so he could, because that was a building blocks performance against Barrios. Thurman was slowed things down with his lateral movement, wasn't bouncing around left to right all night, stepping over, taking more efficient steps, looking like a veteran, a smarter Keith Thurman. But there was still a performance against Barrios that he had to work on and get back in the ring ASAP to keep sharpening the blade. So Thurman still got something in the tank, but I just think Boots would take care of that right now. Boots is Chris McLean, who won with Boots. Again, for you guys just joining us, Boots came out super busy behind his jab in the orthodox stance, switched southpaw in round 1, threw some combinations, then in round 2 started southpaw, switched orthodox, jab, boom, overhand right off of the jab, and that was all she wrote. Castillo Clayton unable to recover. Again, Trevor Berbick, Mike Tyson effect, where the guy's hit with a shot, gets up but can't recover. He almost fell down, fell into the ropes, and the ref had to stop it. Devastating shot by Boots, who's not just a explosive puncher with speed and power, but looks like he got heavy hands too. So just a monster in the making. Pesto says Boots would probably stop Thurman just off of body shots tonight, Boots. He shot his straight left in the southpaw stance, jab up top, drop up top, hard straight left to the body. I mean, knife in straight left to the body. He already was investing in the body, especially in the southpaw stance. So yeah, I can see that. Avery, SZ wearing a garbage bag. No, man, I got the with Carl Kanai, man. This is vintage Carl Kanai. This is the good stuff from the 90s. Jim Butler said Boots underrated. I wouldn't say he's underrated. I feel like anybody who knows boxing is completely enamored with his talent. He gets comparisons to Roy Jones, who in terms of just physical talent, most talented fighter in boxing history probably. So no one's sleeping on Boots that knows their shit. It's just a matter of him getting the opportunities, you know. Let's see. Yeah, we're just killing some time, everybody. B Black, SZ, congratulations on my graduation. Thank you, bro. For everybody watching, supposed to walk and graduate tonight at UNLV, but we couldn't miss the Charlo Castano fight, man. This is for Undisputed. This is historic, and we got to make this money. So, yeah, we had to come for Charlo Castano tonight. DD said, who is this commentator crying face? I am Sean Zattel. I understand the commentator in quotes because not officially one, so I get it. I get the dig, but if you're at work or something, DD, just keep it locked in for live fight commentary round by round throughout. We do it old school style, calling the action down the middle. What time is the Castano fight tonight, my friend? We're just waiting, man. We're killing some time in the arena. It's beautiful out here in LA. It's great to be back in LA. Haven't been here for a fight in 3 years. Pandemic fucked a lot of things up. So, I mean, maybe I can show you. You know, it's a beautiful night out here in LA. You know, it's always special to cover fights at the StubHub. I mean, it's called the Dignity now, the Dignity Health Center, but you know, this is the StubHub. Goddammit. Andrew Ortiz, yes sir, all night, bro, all night throughout the main event. Okay, update from my editor at FightHype, Charlo Castano getting hands wrapped. Thank you, Mr. Editor, sir. The Floyd Mayweather of Boxing Media, the editor of FightHype. Thank you, Stephanie. Love back to you. Thank you. Sir, first time foreign. Read my comment from BJ. Swajery. Forgive me for the pronunciation. Bijoy. Bijoy. Shout out to you, baby. Much love to India. Who do I got? Canelo or Bivol rematch? Well, I don't count Canelo out. You know, maybe unlike everybody else, I'm still buying into that aura of Canelo Alvarez. He is an all-time great, but I'm just curious. I've seen him against Golovkin in a rematch turn up his conditioning, come in better condition, and throw more punches per round. He threw, in the Golovkin rematch, he threw 10 punches extra per round, 120 more punches, period. You know, I want to see if he can match Bivol's pace a little bit more, punch for punch, and not get so outworked and so winded about halfway through the fight, if he can improve upon his performance. So I don't count Canelo out in a rematch. You know, I want to see it. So, but if Canelo's not keen on a rematch, that says a lot. You know, that says he doesn't feel he can get it done. I'm not sure what the smart move is. You know, the fan in me just wants to see him be like Shane Mosley, right back in there against Vernon Forrest and Winky Wright, and let the results be what they are. I want to see him just get right back in there, but Shane lost both of those fights, and a lot of people said that wasn't wise of him to get right back in there with those fighters. So maybe he fights Golovkin first, or maybe he never fights Bivol again, but I would like to see it again. I want to see Canelo get another crack at it, and I think he has a little bit more than he showed that night, but we'll see. Of the YouTubers, FightHype is one of the best commentators. Thank you, Guardian of Truth. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Tony Martin? When will Jermell fight Muir? Well, Jermell Charlo. you know, that fight was never going to happen because of Munguia fighting on the zone, PBC on Showtime. Steven Espinoza and Oscar De La Hoya have such a ugly history. They had a real falling out, so I don't know if those two will ever do business together, even when it makes sense for the fans. So Charlo Munguia, probably a no-go. Although, I don't know. You never know. Desperate times make for strange bedfellows. And if DAZN for some reason just doesn't want to do business with Golden Boy in a serious commitment anymore, maybe De La Hoya's choices are slim and he's kind of forced to go to Showtime with Munguia and Ryan Garcia and make pay-per-view fights with Munguia, Charlo, and Ryan and Tank. I think that's what the fans would like. But, but there's a lot of personal history there between Espinoza and De La Hoya. So I'm not sure unfortunately for us, we ever see Charlo and Munguia. Gabriel Dukes, shout out, man. What am I sipping on? Monster Chon. I'm sipping on some Dasani. We gotta keep it sober at the fights. We might smoke a little something afterwards, though, but we gotta keep it sober at the fights. Let's see what else. If Canelo wins the rematch, he's the GOAT ever? No question. Nah, let's not go too far. No. No, Canelo's already all-time great, but any GOAT ship has probably already sailed. You know, there's levels to this. Greatest of all time is occupied by Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Armstrong, Floyd Mayweather. Number of guys, and I think Canelo is at the tier right below it. You know, he's an all-time great, but not in any discussions for greatest of all time. Dasani is trash. I think Dasani's gotten a bad. I remember in the early 2000s when this was like the bougie water, like this was the big deal water. I mean, any Arrowhead is the water that I'll shit on all day. Dasani, I could live with Dasani. It seems like slowly we're just shitting on all the water. First it was Arrowhead, then Aquafina and Dasani, and before we know it, every brand of water is going to be shitted on except for the $5 core waters or essential or smart waters. And then what will we do, goddammit? Have a few drinks and a few lines, my guy. Your Twitter. Well, I don't know about all that, but that's funny. Should Miguel Cotto make a comeback? Absolutely not. No, man. He is Puerto Rico's only 4-division champ. He got fucked. Or, excuse me, Amanda Serrano. Also a 7 or 8 division champ. So Serrano, but in terms of the men's boxing, only 4-division champ. And unlike Serrano, who won the WBO and all those weight classes, Cotto won the WBA or the WBO at 140. He won the WBA and the WBO at 147. He won the WBO at 154. And he won the WBC at 160. So he mixed those titles up a little bit more. But Cotto should have been the first ballot Hall of Famer. His BS, he had to wait an extra year. But, Puerto Rico's only 4-division champ. He definitely should never come back. Lost to Saddam Ali in his last fight. That said a lot. Ali, fast hands, good welterweight, solid welterweight, but a guy Cotto would have taken care of with ease back in the day. De La Hoya has a way better resume than Canelo. De La Hoya, I do still put ahead of Canelo, although it's close. But Canelo is a great fighter in his own right. But yeah, De La Hoya. Look, De La Hoya didn't get too much credit for beating Pernell Whitaker and Julio Cesar Chavez, but they were both the reigning lineal champions of their division. They were both 33 years old. For comparison's sake, we rightfully give Floyd a lot of credit for beating Oscar at 34, and Oscar didn't get as much credit beating Pernell and Chavez at 33 because we knew they weren't the fighters they once were. But Pernell, when he fought Oscar, it was called pound for pound because he was still rated number 1 or 2 pound for pound and was the WBC lineal champ. So Oscar has a great resume, and if he doesn't get fucked in the Mosley rematch or in the Trinidad fight, there's no questions about his resume. I think he'd trade his gift against Sturm for one of those wins against Trinidad or Mosley in the rematch any day, because then there wouldn't be this talk about did he ever beat a great in their prime. But De La Hoya beat a who's who of guys in terms of fighting the best. I don't think anyone did it better than De La Hoya since the Four Kings. I mean, he fought Hopkins at middleweight. He fought Mayweather when Mayweather was undefeated and in 29 years old. He fought Pacquiao at the peak, at the apex. Whitaker and Chavez were still lineal champs at 40 and 47. Fought Cuarte when he was undefeated. Fought Trinidad and Mosley when they were undefeated. I mean, even little B wins like Javier Castillejo, who he beat at 54. He went on to beat Felix Sturm and win the middleweight title after winning. So he was WBC junior middleweight and WBA middleweight champ. So Castillejo was a good fighter. And Oscar beat a lot of Castillejos. Rafael Ruelas, Yuri Boy Campos beat a lot of real legit pros. Obakar, and so De La Hoya is one of the great fighters of all time. And in terms of giving back to boxing, has given back a lot, from handing the torch over and helping Mayweather and Pacquiao and Hopkins all cross over, and all the way to promoting some good fights, and much love to De La Hoya. That's because Pernell really beat Oscar, says Ray Williams. I can't say that. I think what Pernell showed was in his prime, he may very well have beaten Oscar, but that night made him miss a lot, but couldn't make him pay enough to put rounds in the bank. Oscar's activity, and those were close, snatch, scratch, and sniff rounds. Oscar had good defense back then too, and Pernell was able to make a miss all night, but at 33 didn't have enough on the offensive end like he would have a couple of years before. So Oscar definitely won that fight, but it said a lot about Pernell that at 33, substance problems towards the end of his career. He's really a little guy, really not a big welterweight, and he still almost beat De La Hoya and got the knockdown in that fight too. I knew my editor was coming with that. I knew he was coming with that Pernell really won that fight. Man, I thought if anybody beat Oscar in that time period, Cuarte. Although, getting dropped in the last round was just too much to overcome. But I felt if anyone beat Oscar around that time, it was Ike Cuarte, not Pernell Whitaker. But got land punches too to win the fight, guys. Cuarte beat him too. I gotta go back and watch those fights too, I watched them a dozen times. So yeah, man, it's packing out now. Now it's filling up. We're getting closer to a sellout here in LA. Charlo Castano 2, undisputed on the line. Greatest 54s in boxing history. The winner joins them. Period. Winner joins them. We had Felix Trinidad unified. We had De La Hoya unified. Vargas was an excellent young champion. Canelo unified. Floyd unified multiple times. Floyd beat De La Hoya and Canelo at 154. Incredible resume at 154 for Mayweather. Can't really put Pacquiao there. He fought at a catch weight when he won his WBC against Margarito. Margarito was badly faded already, so I can't put Pacquiao there with the other great 54s. Terry Norris from Texas, like Charlo, I think had 14 title defenses over 3 or 4 reigns with the WBC title at 54. Terry Norris, more title defenses than any 54-pounder ever. Charlo's got to be closing in on that. Haney or Kambosos? Haney. I got Haney. Interested to see, people talk about Haney's power so much, but styles make fights, and Diaz and Linares fought in a very high guard, handcuffed by the speed at times, kept their hands close to their face. The speed, made them do that in part. Well, Diaz fights like that anyways, but, even Diaz likes to drop that lead hand a little bit and give a couple different looks, but for the most part, kept it up here because of Haney's style. Kambosos, on the other hand, drops that lead hand and trusts his speed and his feet getting in and out of range. And I wonder if, with that lead left hand low, if Haney can crash a right hand over the top of it as Kambosos pulls out, because Devin's got long arms, and the speed to catch Kambosos with that hand down as he pulls out. So, you know, Haney might be able to land the kind of shot he couldn't land against those higher guards of those other guys. Kambosos, I great length. I think that length will be a problem for Kambosos, but we'll see. That's a great fight. Let me see here. What's up, bro? Okay, cool. No, you're good. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I know. I was going to say that. Yeah, I already know. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Y'all hate on Oscar too much, man. All right. Hating on Oscar. Just calling it. I know you are. I know you are. I know. So am I. So am I. Oh, yeah. Oh, so I can say he got robbed by Stern, but I can't say he got robbed by the other ones. That's how I'm doing it? What's wrong with me? See how it is. Yeah. I got to rewatch those fights. I got to rewatch that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, I'll hop back in. All right, bro. So, yeah, that was my editor. Editor of FightHype, the boss. And he just had to call me to bust my balls some more about the fact that Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar De La Hoya. I just don't agree. He says I need to rewatch the fights as a grown boxing analyst man now. I will. I'll tell you what, I will. I would love to have a watch-along party of old fights. That's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Send some encouragement in the chat if you guys are down for that. I would love to do Throwback Thursdays where we go back and watch Leonard Hearns 1 or De La Hoya Whitaker. We could score close fights like De La Hoya Whitaker, De La Hoya Mosley too. And I would love to do that. But yeah, he just had to call me. He just had to call me in the middle of our stream to argue with me again that Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar De La Hoya and so did Iquarte. I say we rewatch those fights, goddammit, and score them ourselves. But I need some love in the chat. Who wants to do that, man? We got to do some Throwback Thursdays. We got to rescore some old fights. Winky Wright, Jermaine Taylor was a close one. Fallout Boy, and I know it from Dance Dance Revolution. This is the kind of boxing knowledge you came for, right? But Whitaker did win. Well, goddamn, you guys just. I'm back. Going in and out. I'm back, everybody. Wi-Fi is spotty tonight, folks. Can I ask you a quick question, champ? Okay, we did. Did you feel that Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar De La Hoya? Okay. All right, we have a yeah. So I need to rewatch this fight. Apparently, Oscar threw 10 punch combinations. It was like, who cares if they landed? They're so pretty. No, I'm just We're going to go on record with yes, Pernell got that. Okay. What about Iquarte? Did I get that too? Or did Oscar do enough? I got to watch it. Yeah. You got to watch them with your boxing analyst eyes now, with your professional media, you know. Yeah, right, when we're young. Yeah. Herbert Smith, De La Hoya won. Finally, we got someone in the chat who felt Oscar actually won that fight. Yo, you're the only one bugging, says DJ Fanatic. Next. Well, it sounds like, goddamn it, we need to have a Throwback Thursday soon and rescore De La Hoya Whitaker. Spoilers. My card has it 120 to 109 Oscar De La Hoya. Or no, 119, 109 Oscar De La Hoya. Sweet Pea beat the Golden Boy. They had to keep selling Oscar. Drake and Frankie Pogue, P-O-A-G, I believe, is referring to Drake Bell and the fact that I look like him. De La Hoya out-jabbed him, Victoria said. Let's go back and watch it. I'm with it, DJ Fanatic. Yeah, it's killing some time. Man, it's almost sold out now. I can show you guys a little something. Yeah, it's sold out. Sold out a little bit. There you go. Sold out, just about. Felix Sturm also beat Oscar. Yeah, he did. Although that was a good-ass fight. That was actually an underrated action fight. Sturm getting robbed took away from the fact that it was a good fight. Your scores are way off. I haven't even scored nothing yet, Muffman 28. Let me score a fight first. Thank you, Gary. Give me a shot. Castillo clearly beat Mayweather. Nah, it was close. There was the way you score that fight. There was a couple of point deductions. Then those had a big swing. There was one round Harold Letterman scored Castillo where Floyd was deducted a point, and I thought it was pretty clear that Floyd won that round, but the HBO card gave it to Floyd. It was a close fight. And actually, Castillo did better in the second fight than people gave him credit for. Floyd clearly beat him, but Castillo still put together rounds that most guys aren't able to put together against Mayweather. Castillo, just an underrated lightweight. He was really good in his time. True Golden Boy champ says Shakur Stevenson, best lightweight. Well, he kind of got to fight at lightweight to be the best lightweight. He's super featherweight. Clearly the best super featherweight in the world, the lineal unified champion. We know lightweight is in his future, but as for right now, he is the best super featherweight in the world. Public enemy number one. That is disgusting, sir. You be better than that. Shakur Jr. lightweight. Yep. Pizza or burgers? It's a good question, man. It's a good question. I'm gonna have to go burgers. And I'm Italian and from New York, and I have to go burgers. Get some sunglasses so we can see the fight. You still wouldn't see it, my brother. Tank versus Rolly. Everyone's favoring Tank with logical reason. Rolly gets out of position the way he punches, but he can hit you while out of position with some awkward shit that you don't think he can hit you with. But I think Tank's gonna probably take advantage of Rolly's bad positioning and bad balance. Daniel Stewart always talk about great balance, and Tank's balance is much better than Rolly's. I think he's gonna look for Rolly to make the mistakes he makes and to take advantage of them. So Tank deserves to be the favorite, but there's a method to Rolly's madness. Just like, even though their styles are different, there was a method to Mayorga's madness. So you got to watch out, man. You got to, if you're one of these lightweights fighting Rolly Romero, you got to hope that you're De La Hoya, Trinidad, and Mosley, and not Vernon Forrest against Mayorga. You know, you got to hope you're not the one who unfortunately gets clipped by those unorthodox, awkward bombs he's throwing. So I don't count him out. Best southpaw ever, off top, Whitaker. I put Whitaker a little bit ahead of Marvin Hagler. Whitaker, see, and you guys think Purnell in his prime, I think would have beat Oscar De La Hoya, because Purnell is probably one of the top 10-ish, 15-ish greatest fighters ever. All time, I put Purnell a little bit ahead of Oscar. But Purnell in his prime was just incredible at lightweight. He might be the greatest lightweight ever, along with Roberto Duran, Shane Mosley. We're going more on eye test than resume for Shane at lightweight. But Purnell probably the greatest lightweight ever, along with Roberto Duran. And if we're going real old, Benny Leonard back in the day, Hank Armstrong. But yeah, best southpaw up top, Purnell. I liked Michael Moore at light heavyweight. I mean, he won the heavyweight championship, but Michael Moore was nasty. Winky Wright, someone mentioned Winky Wright. Loved Winky, loved Pacquiao. Oh, you know what? Might have to give it to Pacquiao over Purnell. Because Pacquiao's resume and his list of accomplishments probably exceed Purnell. They do. But head-to-head, I know a lot of us would pick Purnell to win that fight. Peter James, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Best Philly shell, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, he mastered that. Floyd is the greatest defensive fighter of all time, in my opinion. Even ahead of Purnell. Purnell more often than Floyd can make you hit air, but Floyd's hand positioning, catching shots, and was superior to Purnell. Purnell's upper body movement second to none. You know, just moving his head and making you hit air. But if Floyd wasn't making you hit air, he was making you hit the shoulder. He's making you hit the gloves. He, the three forms of defense are using your feet, using your waist movement, and using your hands to block. And I think overall, Purnell had him beat at the head movement. But overall, the three forms of defense, I give a slight edge to Floyd. The slightest of edge might even be a preference. Remember David Reed? Absolutely, DJ Fanatic. Great talent, won the gold medal. Probably was thrown to the Wolves a little too soon with Felix Trinidad. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie Leverett, you are too kind. You are too kind. Thank you. I hope to just give you the job you need throughout the round by round so you can enjoy it and make those $20 worth it. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Yeah, Stephanie got dollars. She sure does. But yeah, back to David Reed. Yeah, man, he was a great talent. Great talent. Gold medal, Philly. Yeah, won the gold in 2000. And great hand speed and talent. But after the Trinidad fight, and then he had that droopy eye, too, that I think kind of hurt him. But he could never recover. He just took such a beating against Trinidad. So did Fernando Vargas. Both of them incredible junior middleweights early in their career. But shout out again, Stephanie. Thank you so much. On and on. It's so long. Stephanie gave it clutch for the after fight tacos. You're right. That's dinner. Thank you, Stephanie. That's dinner for the way home when the fight's done. I'm going to drive straight to Vegas. Shout out to my sister and James. They let me stay the week. Save a lot of money on this trip, but I think I'm going to head straight to Vegas after this. Eat some tacos off Stephanie's money. Oh, yeah. Need it? Need it for your phone? Or you're going to unplug it? Yeah. You got it.
I don't need that much, though.
Yeah. Shout out to my man. Russia has entered. So, of course, his jab was excellent because it's really his power hand. But Purnell, probably the best, and Winky Wright too. Probably the best jabbers out of the southpaw stance I've seen. Best American gold medalist boxers overall. I mean, forget it. Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Oscar De La Hoya. Mark Breland was great. Meldrick Taylor was incredible amateur when he won the gold medal. Andre Ward, of course, was the last guy to do it almost 20 years ago. George Foreman, incredible. You know, it's amazing. Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman won gold medals in back-to-back Olympics. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. But we've had a lot of great gold medalists from the United States. Sean, who did you fight like as an amateur? I fought like, and again, it was just 3 amateur fights. So I fought like a guy with 3 amateur fights. But I kind of push come to shove, and I needed to go with what was most effective. I fought like Winky Wright. I just put my hands up and walk down and just kind of fight behind the jab, fight behind the double jab, get inside, and my trainer Augie Sanchez would have me body head, that Tyson combo where you shoot the right hook to the body and then shoot the right uppercut off of it. That was kind of my thing. Just step to you in the high guard and fight behind my jab. And I didn't really have much defensively. All I knew how to do was catch. I couldn't move my head for nothing. Yeah, that's how I fought. Open your mouth. Like, rest in peace to Nate Dogg. In the whole wide world. You gotta love the music in LA, man. There's so much history here with the music. They love Tupac out here like Julio Cesar Chavez is loved in Mexico. They're damn near a saint. Some of the West Coast rappers are almost like saints out here. People love them. Best pop jab. Boots got a good one right now. Benavidez. Boots, Benavidez, Jermell Charlo, all have excellent jabs. All time. Snap jab. Larry Holmes, just snap. Beautiful jab. Best jab ever, probably, along with Ali. Full extension on those jabs. I mean, you can see pictures of Ali and Holmes throwing their jab. And hey, what's up? What's up, Crystal? Thank you. Good to see you out here. Yeah, sure. What's going on? Damn. All right, back at it again. Hold on 1 second. We do not want media people getting upset at me, thinking of me on this headset too much. Lazy John says this is taking too long. You're right. We're ready to see some fights. This main event got delayed once. Yeah, it's a postponed main event. We were supposed to have it earlier, so we're ready to watch this damn thing. Muffman 28, I ain't on the Zerto train. Zerto's in line to get a big fight soon, though, man. He's in the right weight class and has the right fan base. If Bivol isn't going to get another Canelo fight, he could probably sell more tickets fighting Zerto Ramirez in Los Angeles than fighting Beterbiev, although Beterbiev in Canada could sell some tickets. But no, I think Zerto's sitting pretty, man. If Canelo were to pull off the odds and beat Bivol in a rematch, he's inevitably probably going to fight Zerto at 75. But I think it's more likely Zerto gets Bivol at some point. They're both on the zone. If Bivol's to fight a Beterbiev or Joe Smith, got to call up Bob Arum. Hearn and Arum got to come together. But to make a Zerto fight, it's all already there on the zone. And I don't count Zerto out against Bivol whatsoever. Yeah. Thank you guys for maintaining with us through this bad Wi-Fi. Real rough Wi-Fi here in LA tonight. So, but again, holding it down with the audio, the round by round. That's the real draw here for those of you at work who couldn't catch the fight live on Showtime, Championship Boxing, or if you prefer my smooth voice to the great Mauro Ranallo and Al Bernstein, then I'm flattered, and I got you held down. So, all right. Wow, this place is packed now. Shit. Damn. Yeah, but they got about 5. All right.
Man, that ring bright as shit. I need those headlights on her.
You gotta love the production, though. You know. QD pie. All right, guys. It looks like main event festivities are set to go. Jimmy Lennon in his finest white tux. Lights are shining down on the ring. Manuk. And yeah, looks like we're getting ready for the pageantry, man. Time for some ring walks, national anthems of the United States and Argentina. And let's see who is going to be the first undisputed super welterweight champion in the 4-belt era. Errol got the best jab, says JT. I said, you're right. How could I forget Errol Spence? He has a great jab. Absolutely. That's cutie pie by one way. Great atmosphere in Los Angeles tonight now. Beautiful night, beautiful weather in LA. Appreciate you, Corey Lee Boxing. Yeah, man. I've just been kicking it with you guys, talking shit about who won Pernell versus Oscar. The stuff boxing fans argue about to this day. Donaire or Inoue? Inoue, man, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't win a second time. Still got the speed, still got the youth. If they do let's do it, man. Let's go. Want to switch. Okay, just reading from my editor. Some game plan for the night. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. First to the ring comes Brian Castano. Castano, a lot of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 or 8 Argentinian flags here tonight at the Dignity Health Center in LA, California. Here comes Castano in the ring, the WBO super welterweight champion, bringing one of the 4 belts, the other 3, along with the recognized lineal title with Jermell Charlo. But Castano, in most people's eyes, won that first fight. Went back and watched it myself earlier this week. Indeed, did think he won that fight. But the question is tonight, is doing what he did in the first fight going to be enough to get him a decision now that we're not in Texas? Does he have to make more adjustments and not just fight the fight he did the first time? And at 5'8", the shorter pressure fighter, can he really make adjustments and improve upon the first fight he had? It's thought by a lot of people that Charlo, with his length, his athleticism, his size, he's the guy that can make more adjustments and more improvements from fight 1. Let's see if that's true. But despite most people feeling that way about Charlo, they also felt Castano deserved to win that first fight. And Castano's in the ring now, in his corner. White and pink trunks, white and pink gloves. White as the primary color with pink trim. Tonight for Brian Castano, who this week has had quite the swag. He's come in like he's fully expecting to take all these titles back to Argentina and be a superstar. The Argentinian media hounded him this week. Apparently he's already getting over big there. And a win over an American top champion like Jermell Charlo will elevate him into being a star in his country. So here he is in the ring now, and now we wait for the unified 3-belt lineal super welterweight champion, Ironman Jermell Charlo. You can hear the boos, despite this fight being in the United States. Here comes Jermell Charlo now. Red, white, and blue flags adorned, just as Castano came out with his Argentinian flag. In the United States, you don't always see this kind of nationalistic pride heading into a fight, but Castano kind of provoked it at Charlo. Charlo wasn't feeling all the banging on the drums, all the Argentinian pageantry, and him and his father and his family returned fire with some nationalism of their own to make this fight, you know, just have that much more competitiveness coming into it. No American flag from Charlo, actually, as he comes in the ring, despite having one throughout much of the weigh-in yesterday. But his brother, Jermell Charlo, undefeated middleweight, has all the belts strapped up around him, carrying his brother's belts into the ring. All right. Both fighters in the ring now. Unfamiliar entrance music by Charlo. I don't know what music this is. I don't know. It sounds African. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, better late than never, bro. Yeah, you know, it's. Thank you, though, man. Hey, I don't know what. I'm not sure what it was Charlo came out to, but it could have been. You don't know it either, right, champ? The music. You don't know it either, right? The song.
I think it's a Chris Brown song.
Oh. Oh, okay.
That's what I think it is. Like when I first.
Yeah.
Because I know he's cool with Chris Brown.
Okay.
But I don't really listen to Chris Brown. But
right. Being a man and all, you don't.
Like,
yeah.
It almost sounds like an imitation of Michael Jackson song, honestly.
Right. Like Mama say, Mama say, right. That kind of shit. Right. Okay, so it might be Chris Brown. Might be. Daryl Wilson said, didn't know Ashton Kutcher was a boxing fan. Indeed he is. Apparently he was cool with John Madden too. Found that out. DVRA, thanks again for doing this. Might not be able to watch, but it's still live. Yeah, man. This is great for those of you at work. For the fans that just, for whatever reason, couldn't tune in to Showtime tonight. I got you. Got you held down. We're going to call it right down the center, right down the middle like we always do. So, you know, maybe an American channel, but we won't be pulling any punches for Charlo. We'll call it right down the middle. So let's just hope it's a great fight. The first one was. Got a feeling this ain't going the distance. That's 70s show, absolutely. What's good, Chris Bryant? Shout out to everybody following us in the chat. Look, probably national anthems coming up next, and then let's call this action, man. Let's get to what we're all here for. I really wish Tony Harrison could have kept it together in the rematch. Well, credit to Charlo, man. Charlo sustained those great middle rounds by Harrison and could change the fight with one punch at any moment because of his explosiveness. So Charlo, you know, despite losing a lot of those middle rounds against Harrison, he bit down and landed that big left hook, and that was just a credit to Charlo. He just proved himself to be the better fighter. I don't think Harrison could have done anything different. His chin isn't the best, and pair that with Charlo's explosiveness, you know, he just couldn't get out of those 12 rounds in the rematch. Shout out to you too, SGK 23 Network. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Australia, the Ideas, man. Here we go, man. This audience is lively. It is packed now. Unfortunately, a lot of these people missed Boots Ennis in his second round knockout. How long till Charlo fight? Right now, baby. Castano's getting introduced, and now Charlo up next. Someone said there's 152 for Charlo, meaning overtrained. Could be. Or it could be he knows he needs his legs tonight and keep the fight in the center of the ring. You hear this crowd. It's a great crowd tonight at the StubHub. Great crowd, just about sold out. Looks like about capacity 5,500 people here tonight. Charlo has his fans. Castano probably has a little bit more than Latino fan base in LA. Here we go. No anthems tonight, man. We're getting right to it. You hear the cheers for Jermell Charlo. Some American USA flags in the audience. More Argentinian flags, but a couple of USA flags made their way out tonight. Good to see for both fighters getting their support. Here we go. Round one set to get going. Great atmosphere, man, right? Isn't this something? You got.
And it's outdoors.
It's beautiful.
That's how loud it is.
Right. This is just, man, this arena is the best. It's beautiful.
Great, brother's perfect.
All right, here we go, guys. You hear that crowd in LA. 5,500 sold out about, just about. Here we go, undisputed, 154, history on the line. Who will be the first four-belt 154-pound champion in boxing history? Both fighters eager, get to the center of the ring, round one, and we're off. Here we go. Center ring, neither guy giving ground. Charlo steps, or excuse me, Castano stepping to his right. Charlo holding his ground in the center of the ring. Went to the ropes too much in fight number one. Charlo takes a step forward with his jab and is short as Castano takes a step back. Castano fires his jab to the body and then short with the right hand up top to start. Castano, Charlo starting on the front foot. Castano stepping out to his right. Charlo holding his ground in the center of the ring early. Shoots a 1-2. Good 1-2 by Charlo. Castano got his hands up to block it. Charlo still in the center of the ring, not taking a step back. Shoots his jab. Castano's hands up to catch two jabs. Castano comes back with two jabs, but Charlo makes him fall short. 1-2 through the guard by Charlo. Good four-punch combination by Jermell Charlo. Castano now inching closer, trying to get Charlo back to those ropes, but Charlo, he's still in the center of the ring, steps out to his left now. Castano shoots a right hand to the body and then a jab up top. 1-2 to the body by Castano, almost gets countered. Charlo coming back with a heavy left-right combination. Castano with his hands up to block it, but heavy shots from Charlo. Jab to the body by Charlo now in the middle of the ring. Charlo keeping his hands high. Hasn't let his back touch the ropes yet, has Charlo. Keeps it in the center of the ring. Castano dipping down, trying to change levels a little bit. Short with a 1-2 to the body is Castano. Charlo taking just a step back in the center of the ring. Good jab by Charlo. Just off with a right hand was Castano. He tried to shoot the right hand over the top of Charlo's jab. Just off with it. Charlo shoots a counter left hook. Good right hand by Castano, but a good left hook by Charlo. Good exchange there. Castano shoots a right hand to the body, does Castano. Charlo just off with that counter left hook he hurt him with in fight number one. Castano up in the pressure here. Good jab by Castano. Charlo comes back with a counter left hand. Good left to the body by Charlo. Right hand to the body by Charlo. Center of the ring. Shot a straight right hand to the body there. Castano with the high guard trying to get closer. Good left hook by Castano. Short left hook, but Charlo returns fire in combination and lands a good right hand right back. 10 seconds left. Charlo a little bit ahead in this round. Good right hand by Castano, but Charlo coming back with good counter shots. A right hand and a left hook popped Castano's head back. Good first round for Jermell Charlo. Good first round back. Did not touch the ropes for practically the whole round. And good good counter punching with bad intentions by Jermell Charlo in that first round. So a good first round for Jermell Charlo, 10-9 Charlo. Castano getting his hands up to block most of what's coming back, but did get his head rocked around, and Charlo did invest with a couple of hard left hooks to the body too, but Charlo countering with bad intentions, coming back with heavy shots, not just looking to counter with a single check left hook, coming back in combination a few times there. So good first round by Charlo. Castano not quite able to get in close, get in the range, but he did, Charlo immediately throwing at a higher rate than he did in fight number 1. So a solid first round for the American. Here, let's see what we get in round 2 now. Round 2s. Here we go. Center ring action here. Both fighters starting with their jab. Charlo throwing 2 of them. Castano throwing 1. Still in the center ring. Double jab from Charlo. Sets up a right to the body. Castano trying to come in, and Charlo cuffs him with a hook as he does it. Good right hand to the body by Castano. Set up from the jab there. Charlo still not letting his back touch the ropes yet. Hasn't happened just yet, but Castano getting him in the ropes now. Good right hand by Castano as Charlo was near the ropes. Charlo now in the center of the ring, but he ate a right hand there. Charlo with a counter 1-2-3 combination, but Castano comes with a right hand, but Charlo shoots his right hand over the top and lands his. Charlo's back near the ropes now. Castano getting him near the ropes, looking to throw. Doubles up his jab. Charlo's back near the ropes here. This is where Castano wants it, but Charlo looking to set something up himself. Castano short with the jab to the body. Charlo comes off the ropes with a 1-2. Castano blocking it. Castano blocking another jab by Charlo. Good jab to the body by Charlo there. Charlo trying to counter in combination. Charlo doing a good job here, staying in the center of the ring now. Lets the jab go. Castano blocking it. 1-2 by Charlo and an uppercut behind it. But Castano able to get his guard up to block the explosive punches. Good right hand by Charlo as Castano tried to jab to the body. Big left hook by Charlo off the ropes. And then Charlo spins off the ropes. Good boxing there by Charlo. Good left hook off the ropes by Jermell Charlo. Charlo boxing well there in that sequence. Good straight right hand to the body by Castano, and Charlo smothers him to get it back in the center of the ring. Oh, Castano, sharp right hand. Set up by a left hook to the body, but Charlo getting his hand up to block the right hand there. Charlo with a lead left hook. Gets around the guard a little, or excuse me, Castano with that lead left hook. Charlo able to get his hand up, but it got around just a little bit there. Charlo working his jab, steps over to his left, plants his feet, dips down, trying to, now he comes off the ropes to try to smother Castano in a clinch. Castano working his left to the body there in the clinch. Hard left hook to the body by Charlo, and then a left uppercut right after it. Castano shooting a right hand over the top. Charlo having to use his legs. Charlo shoots a right hand off the ropes. Castano speeding him up, making him use some energy. Good right hand by Charlo off the ropes again. Castano letting go of a left hook up close, but Charlo getting his head out of the way. Good left hand by Castano. Charlo going straight back. Castano raises his hands up at the audience after that. And that was a big shot for Castano. Charlo pulling straight back, got out of the way of the right, but the left couldn't get out of the way of the left, knocked his head up. Close second round, in my opinion. Charlo having the pressure put on him, but he came off the ropes with some good shots. Castano with a good guard, not a lot of it getting through clean. Close second round, close second round. I'm good. Who'd you score that round for? Who'd you score that round for? Yeah. Marcos, who'd you score for? Yeah, I thought so. Even. So, again, of course, we got Marcos Villegas, who also does some scoring for Fox. He actually gave the round to Charlo, so 2-zip Charlo. I think he did do a better work through the 3 minutes, but that left hand knocked his head up in the last 10 seconds. Maybe that swayed the judges. Round 3, here we go. Charlo shooting his jab here. Castano getting his hands up good, but 3 jabs by Charlo. Castano coming in with a lead hook. Charlo able to get his hands up to block it, but that was a sharp lead hook by Castano. Good jab by Castano. Charlo trying to shoot straight punches out back in return, but a good jab knocked Charlo's head off. And now Castano punching in combination, and Charlo ducking away from it, heads into a clinch to get it back in the center of the ring. Charlo just getting out of the way of a right hand and swings hard with a left hook and misses. Now falls into a clinch with Castano. Knows Castano has the edge up close. Good right hand for Charlo off his jab in the center of the ring. Hard sweeping right hand to the body that was by Charlo. Now Charlo ducking underneath the left hook and sliding off the ropes. Castano, though, forcing Charlo on the ropes here. Charlo shooting his jab. Castano catching it. Right hand over the top lands for Castano. Castano trying to shoot again on his combinations, but Charlo wisely clinches him along the ropes, gets him back in the center. Castano with Charlo near the ropes. Charlo looking to fight off the ropes. Right hand over the top, gets in for Castano. Charlo coming back with a body shot and shoots his jab up top. Ooh, good right hand by Charlo as Castano. Oh, big right uppercut for Charlo, lands off the ropes, but Castano taking it well. Good chin by Castano there, because that was a hard right uppercut that landed clean for Jermell Charlo. Castano shooting a jab to the body and then a right hand over the top. Short left hook lands for Castano a little bit on the inside. Castano with Charlo in the corner. Charlo with good defense, slips the 3-punch combo, tries to come back with a right hand, but good defense back by Castano. 2-3 jabs from Charlo off the ropes. Good left hook by Castano with Charlo on the ropes, but Charlo with some good head movement this time off the ropes, and a big right hand off the ropes by Charlo. Looping shot. Trying to shoot over the short arms of Castano at times, doing it well. Charlo, good jab off the ropes. Castano making him in the corner now. Charlo in the corner. Castano getting off combinations, but Charlo with some decent defense, not getting caught as clean as in the first fight. Good left hook by Castano. Charlo landing well off the ropes as well. Charlo just off with a right hand off the ropes after a jab. Good 1-2 off the ropes by Charlo, followed by a straight jab. Castano, Charlo with a little bit better defense tonight when he's along the ropes and more consistent with his output than he was in fight number 1. That was a round where Castano dictated the ring generalship, forced Charlo into the ropes in the corners more than he wants to, but Charlo fighting well off the ropes at times and landing the heavier shots. Landed a hard right uppercut during that round and a good overhand right. I think Charlo's getting the better of this a little bit early, despite the superior ring generalship of Castano. So I could see this 2-1 or 3-zip Charlo, but this is a competitive fight where, again, Castano is owning the real estate a little bit in there. I see some people have a 2-1 Castano. I understand. Again, and I get it. The body language kind of favors Castano. He looks like the more comfortable guy in there, pushing the pace, but he's eating some hard shots off the ropes from Charlo. That right uppercut was serious. So here we go, round 4. Round 4, rounds 2 and 3, close rounds. Round 1 to Charlo. Charlo trying to shoot a counter left hook right here as Castano steps in with his jab. Charlo shooting his jab in the center of the ring, but Castano with good defense, feinting up and down. Again, always trying to close that distance and get Charlo where he wants him. Good right hand to the body for Charlo, off a jab, straight right hand. Not a lot of power, but some solid shot. Hard left hook to the body by Charlo. He timed Castano coming in that time. That was a good left hook to the body. Now Castano comes in with his own left hook, but Charlo countering hard off the ropes. Great exchange by both fighters. Both fighters landing inside with their hooks, but Charlo a little more explosive. Castano a little more compact. Good left hook again to the body by Charlo. This crowd is cheering for Castano. Good right hand by Castano over the low left hand of Charlo. Charlo sometimes keeping that left hand at his chest. Good combination by Castano now, but Charlo showing good head movement, but this is good work by Castano with Charlo on the ropes. Good sequence there by Castano. Hard jab through the guard by Charlo. Charlo moving to his left, moving to his right. Castano keeping Charlo in the corner now, looking to open up. Castano jabbing, or Charlo jabbing off the ropes and tries to counter with a hook and gets his back off the ropes now. Good jab by Charlo. Castano with Charlo on the ropes, lands a right hand as Charlo got his hand up to block, but Castano got it in a little bit there. Double left hook by Castano and then a right hand to the body. Good combinations by Castano. Charlo trying to rip a hard uppercut. They trade left hooks. Good shot by both guys. 1-2 through the center for Charlo. Charlo lands a hard left uppercut. Charlo shooting a right hand to the body during the exchange. Castano forcing Charlo along the ropes. A hard jab by both fighters with Charlo on the ropes. Good right uppercut by Castano. Charlo almost walked right into that. Dipped his head right into it. Close fourth round. Castano owning the real estate. That might give him the nod in these close rounds. Good left hook by Castano. Castano winning this round now. Oh, hard right hand by Charlo off the ropes, but Castano still throwing a combination after it, not letting him deter. Charlo doing a better job defending. A good hard left hook off the ropes by Charlo. Another left hook. Hard right hand over the top by Castano. Now Charlo comes back with a right hand. Left hook by Charlo. Right hand by Castano. What an exchange at the bell of the fourth round. Crowd is standing up. Incredible exchange at the bell. To my eyes, despite Castano controlling the real estate, Charlo got the better of that exchange. But it's Charlo being backed up, forced on the ropes. His defense is better than it was in fight number one, but Castano's chin is better than it was in fight number one. I feel these are competitive rounds, but I feel Charlo is actually landing the harder shots despite being the guy getting backed up and forced on the ropes. It's a hard competitive fight. I think Charlo is getting a little bit of the better of it right now, but I imagine scores are even or all over 4 rounds. A lot of people in the chat have it 2-2. I think Charlo is ahead in this fight right now, but these are rounds where he's been backed into corners. Castano has had good combination punching, but I just think Charlo's defense has been better than fight one, and his pace has been better than fight one. Here we are, round 5. What an exchange at round 4. If they exchange like that, it's not going to go 12. Good jab to the body by Charlo, but Charlo getting backed up almost 3 minutes every round now, not able to hold his ground in the center of the ring, and that may affect judging. Good. Three-punch combo now by Castano. Another three-punch combo, but Charlo getting his gloves up well, but that's good activity by Castano. Castano shooting another hook to the body, but Charlo, solid defense off the ropes tonight and good counter-punching. Charlo moving left to right, comes off the ropes. Charlo skating over to his left, shooting his jab. Good jab by Charlo off the move. Hard right hand by Castano as he countered Charlo's jab that time. Shot his right, and Charlo felt that shot. Castano teeing off a little bit on Charlo now. Good body shots by Castano. Charlo countering with a left hook up top, but Castano not being denied. Staying right on top of Charlo. Hard right hand by Castano after he eats a left hook. Castano getting the better of it here. It's not. Castano is walking through the power right now. Determined to win this fight. Hard right hand by Charlo. Hurts Castano a little bit. Castano now. Left hook to the body by Charlo. Straight right. Castano getting his hands up to block a left hook. Double jab by Charlo. And a right hand by Charlo. Back comes Castano, but Charlo hits him with a right hand. Castano lands hard. Charlo on the ropes. And Castano landing his shot. Hard left hook and a right hand by Castano. What a fight in round 5. What a fight. What a fight. What a round. These are hard rounds to score. Castano backed Charlo up on the ropes and tagged him with multiple combinations. But he was hurt a couple of times. But the way this scoring is going, these were every round, 2, 3, 4, and 5 have all been close. I favor Charlo a little bit. You know, maybe I'm American, I don't know, but I think that Castano is controlling the real estate really well. Castano is controlling the ring generalship really well, but Charlo is landing bombs for counters. Castano walking through him at times, other times getting driven off, getting backed up off of him. But what a fucking fight right now. A great fight. Me personally, my card, I got this I probably got this 3-2 Charlo. We'll see. Here we go now, round 6, but the exchanges at the end of round 4 and 5, fight of the year type of material there. In round 4 and 5. Jab knocks the sweat off of Castano's head, but Castano fighting like a G, just coming forward through everything.
Oh my God.
Left hook to the body by Castano. And then, hard left hook up top by Charlo, but Castano coming back. Right hand lands for Castano again over the jab of Charlo. That's been his best shot tonight. Who will wilt first in this incredible pace both guys are having? This could become a battle of attrition. Left hook by Charlo off the ropes. Another left hook. Castano buzzed by that shot, but comes right back with his own left hook. But that punch knocked the sweat off Castano. Castano walking through some bombs tonight. That was a big left hook a moment ago by Charlo. Knocked the sweat clean off his head. Hard jab by Charlo. Castano staying on top of Charlo. But Charlo countering hard after Castano shoots a left hook with his back on the ropes. Charlo really countering off the ropes well here. Good jab by both fighters. Knock each other's heads up. Castano tries to hook off it, but Charlo coming back with counters off the ropes. Sometimes winging these counters with bad intent. Not always trying to throw the sharp. Good double jab by Charlo. Works that jab to the body. That was a good jab. By hard right hand by Castano, though. And then a 1-2 by Castano. Right uppercut by Charlo. Castano ate a couple. Hard left hand by Castano as Charlo looks to pull out. Left hook by Castano. Then a left hook to the body by Castano. Charlo coming back to the body. Good sequence for Castano there. Both fighters really having big moments. Back and forth. Right hand by Charlo off the jab. Castano rolled with it a little bit. Charlo almost walked. Big left hook by Charlo, but a left uppercut by Castano comes right back. Big right hand by Charlo off a 3 or 4 punch combo, but Castano coming right forward through that right hand. That right hand was a big one. Castano combination lands on Charlo. Charlo comes back. Another incredible round in round 6. Back and forth moment. You know what, folks? Just enjoy the action. Almost don't even want to score these rounds because they're. People are starting to think this might be a draw. Let me get to the super chat. Patrick Edmond, thanks so much, man, for your donation. We love the support, man. Happy you guys are enjoying it. But yeah, this is just an incredible fight. Maybe Castano's getting the benefit of the doubt from the judges in these really close rounds because he's the one coming forward and controlling the real estate in the ring. But Charlo is fighting extremely effectively off the ropes and is landing bombs off the ropes. So this is just a great fight, guys. I'm just going to call the action on this one. It's almost too close to score some of these rounds. But just know it has been competitive throughout, and rounds 4, 5, and 6 were fight of the year caliber rounds. Here we are in the 7th now. And this rematch is turning out to be even better than part 1 halfway through. Who will wilt? Both guys have eaten bombs. Both guys fighting at a really fast pace. True championship level stuff here from Castano and Charlo. Charlo stance starting now. Castano chance coming back. Both fighters starting off a little slow here in this first minute of the 7th. Castano slowly getting Charlo to the ropes now, though. Good jab by Castano as Charlo moves out to his left, tries to stay off those ropes. Good jab again by Castano. Caught Charlo as Charlo loaded up on a hook to the body. Charlo getting eased back into the ropes. Not where he wants to be. Castano trying to measure his attack, but don't forget Charlo can counter off those ropes well. Charlo's back near the ropes again. Castano patient in his attack, not going to. And that's what has Castano patient before he attacks. Charlo might have wanted to follow that up. Yep. Charlo not following up that bomb of a left hook, but might have wanted to follow it up. Castano not throwing after that. That was a huge shot by Charlo. 1-2 from Charlo now. Center of the ring. Castano hasn't thrown since being hit with that big shot. Jab by Charlo. Charlo not emptying the clip after nailing him with that left hook. Charlo looking for that big left hook again, just misses it. Charlo with a counter right hand, and that knocked Castano loopy just a bit. Good jab by Charlo now. Charlo slowing this pace down to where he wants it. Castano short with his punches as Charlo short moves off the ropes. Castano wary of the counter now. Charlo getting his back off the ropes again, slips a right hand. Charlo looking to land the thunder again, just taking his time. Slowed the pace down to where he wants it now in this round. Charlo with a 1-2 and shoots a hard left uppercut off the 1-2 that knocked Castano's head up. Castano getting countered, getting a little reckless with his attack there. Good round for Charlo. Finally made Castano slow that pace down. And that was a big round for Charlo. After a really close 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, Charlo, I think, clearly took 7. But a great fight right now. Say my new username, RTX9245. There, I said it. But a great fight through 7 rounds. Charlo, I think, is ahead. But it's been some real competitive rounds where Castano's controlled the real estate at times. Close fight. Well, maybe, could see it 5-2 Charlo. Anywhere from 4-3 Castano to 5-2 Charlo. There might be scores all over the place. I personally feel Charlo has fought off the ropes really well and landed the harder shots. Mr. Boosted X said this dude on Charlo's nuts. I mean, it's a close fight, and I'm just trying to call it like I see it. I understand if people think Castano has won some of the rounds. I see the Charlo. It's that in that kind of fight. Round 8. Here we go. Round 8 here. And honestly, hope we don't have to get to the cards with the way these two are fighting. Here we go. Round 8, already 30 seconds in. Slow pace to start, and that favors Charlo. Favors the boxer puncher over the aggressive fighter in Castano, the pressure fighter in Castano. Charlo with a good jab off the ropes, looking to counter Castano. Double jab from Charlo off the ropes. Good right hand by Castano. He timed the jab. Charlo comes back with a good jab after eating a right hand over the top of his jab. Charlo coming back with a right uppercut off the ropes. Castano closing the distance, looking to keep that high guard, get closer and closer. Charlo shooting a 1-2, but Castano getting his hands up to block it. Wider punches by Charlo. Good high guard by Castano there. Charlo off with the counter left hook. Castano getting him in the corner, but Charlo looking a little comfortable in the corner. Gets off the corner comfortably that time. Hard left hook by Charlo as he slipped underneath the right hand. Castano didn't see that coming, but took it well. Castano getting Charlo near the ropes, but hard jab to the body by Charlo. Hard left hook by Charlo off the ropes. Timing Castano now. He's beginning to really get that timing down of Castano. And that counter left hook has been brutal. Right hand by Charlo off the ropes. Beautiful side-to-side movement off the ropes and then shoots a right hand. Castano not as able to adjust right now in this rematch as Charlo. Continues to come forward, but will he walk into something a little too big at some point? We'll see. Lead left hook by Castano, just short. Good left hook to the body by Castano, but he eats a left hook up top for landing that left hook to the body. Hard shot by Charlo, who has slowed this pace down to where it favors the boxer puncher. Hard right hand by Castano over the top of that jab, but Charlo took that one. He had a good jab by Charlo, almost knocked Castano back. 10 seconds left. This is a Charlo round. That's another Charlo round. Castano not able to show that offensive output he's known for. Those counter bombs have earned a lot of respect for him. And Charlo looks to be ahead after 8 rounds right now. Competitive fight, but Charlo winning it. So, yeah, great fight through 8. The last 2 rounds, though, Castano not as willing, a little more respectful of that power of Charlo. And it looks like there may, some ruckus in the audience. What's happening? Looks like we got a fight breaking out in the audience. That's pretty customary at this arena here in LA. All right, round 9. I think Charlo has the momentum and is ahead in this fight. Castano is going to need to come on here. Charlo has made some great adjustments tonight. He's boxed a really good fight, and his gas tank has been excellent. He needed his gas tank to be ready to match the pace of Castano, at least in the first half. He's able to match it early, and now the pace is slowing down to where he wants a hard left hook by Charlo as Castano shot his right hand. But Charlo getting good distance and just beginning to throw with his shots, not placing his punches. It's Charlo who's placing his shots tonight, placing his counter punches. And the gap is beginning to widen between the two of them. Hard 1-2 by Charlo. Castano is reacting to these punches badly now. Another 1-2 from Charlo. It looks like he's beginning to physically break down Castano now. Castano is taking a lot of bombs tonight. Castano could be breaking him down, or Charlo could be breaking him down. Another 1-2. 1-2s are starting to shoot hard through the center now. Hard jab to the body by Charlo. That jab has gotten more effective as the fight is carried on. Good boxing by Jermell Charlo here, truly being the boxer-puncher tonight. Castano gets his hands up to block a hard left hook, but beautiful counter jab by Jermell Charlo. Castano throwing with Charlo on the ropes, but not placing those shots. Good defense by Charlo. Charlo sweet, getting underneath a nice left hook by Castano. Charlo in his bag right now, folks. Charlo just off with a right uppercut. Castano digging to the body after Charlo misses that uppercut. Good body shot by Castano. Castano keeps coming forward, but not throwing at the rate he usually does. Charlo has made him slow himself down. And have to really think about what's coming back. Good combination by Castano with Charlo on the ropes, but Charlo fights off the ropes back well, and he is ahead in this round based on some of the harder shots he landed earlier. Castano just off with a right hand. Good jab by Charlo. Stiff jab through the center. Good right hand, straight right hand to the body by Castano. And then a left hook to the body by Castano. Castano shooting a right hand to the body there well. Hard left hook by Charlo. Charlo just off with a right uppercut. Castano lands a hard left uppercut. Good left uppercut by Castano there. Charlo coming back with a hard left hook, but Castano getting his hands up. Good left hook to the body by Castano with Charlo on the ropes. Decent work by Castano in the last minute. 10 seconds left. Good sharp left hand by Castano. Hard combination by Castano. He may have stole this round. And Castano might have stolen that round. Charlo was winning the round, but a strong last minute for Castano, and he pieced Charlo up there along the ropes. Charlo might have let that round get away from him. Good final minute of the round there. The first half of that round was Charlo, but a strong finish to the ninth for Castano. Let's see. Yeah, I think Charlo was ahead of this fight, but he was really going to be in pole position if he would have took away that ninth. And he may have let him get away from it, letting Castano stay in the fight now with 3 rounds left. Championship rounds coming up. Ruben Ruiz, Castano only got like 10 seconds of that round. I agree. I think Charlo might have still done enough to win it, but you never know. You never know. In a close round, judges sometimes score what they've seen happen last. Sometimes you're better off winning the last minute instead of the first minute. Hard left hook by Castano to start round 10, though. Short left hook. Right hand over the top by Castano. Charlo punching back in combination, but Castano landed the cleaner shots in that exchange. 1-2 by Charlo, though, lands hard. Castano with his hands up, but the power split in the guard at times for Charlo. 3 rounds left in this fight. I think Charlo's ahead, but it's a close fight. Hard right hand to the body by Charlo. Castano coming right back with a left hook up top. Good right hand off the ropes by Charlo. Combination by Castano, but Charlo getting out of the way of most of those shots. Left hook to the body by Charlo, and then it comes back up with the left hook. Short left hook by Castano. Right hand to the body and a clean left hook for Castano, but Charlo comes back with his shots up top. Cleaner shot there by Castano, though. Good jab to the body by Charlo. Good right hand over the top by Castano. Charlo coming back in combination in the center of the ring. Castano's punches a little shorter to start round 10. Hard left hook by Charlo as Castano comes in. Castano in close. Charlo, good defense. Charlo using his legs a lot. Good jab to the body by Charlo, but a good jab up top by Castano. Great timing on The jab, hard right hand for Castano over the top. Lands over that left of Charlo. Castano having a solid 10th round right now. Right uppercut from Charlo's block. Castano comes back. Oh, down goes! Down goes Castano on a short right hand inside. He was badly hurt. It looked like a short right uppercut. I don't know if Castano can recover, guys. He's hurt. He's up. He's up, but that was a short right hand on the inside. Might have been a right uppercut, but Castano can't recover. That's it. Down goes Castano again. He is not going to recover. Charlo is up on the ropes, celebrating. And that's it. Castano is stopped in the 10th round. Great performance. A true boxer-puncher performance from Jermell Charlo. He made the adjustments. Castano never stopped coming forward. But your first undisputed super welterweight champion is Jermell Charlo. Thanks, guys. Time to get some interviews.
Got a better shot now, so we should be good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for the second part of our main event. The man gave us two incredible performances last year, and now in what we already discussed, a potential fight of the year contender. And he is now boxing's new undisputed king in the super welterweight division, as he is making his way over here. As we know, we have a trainer, Derek James, who in my opinion is one of the best trainers in the world. I don't think this man gets enough credit for what he's been able to do with guys like Errol Spence Jr. And now a new undisputed king, Jermell Ironman Charlo, as he makes his way here with the devastating knockout of Brian Castano to now become boxing's 7th undisputed champion. And he's talked about he doesn't care about your pound for pound list. The main list he's wanted to be on is the undisputed list, and he's done that. He's made history and he's achieved his dream. Here is Jermell Charlo and trainer Derek James.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I need some apologies from the fuckers.
No, you don't. You don't need
You
that.
motherfuckers.
No, you don't need that.
Straight up.
You prove it. So you
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Thank y'all for being the recorders, even if y'all hate, even if y'all don't really respect the Lions Only movement, even if y'all don't like our attitudes, even if y'all don't really like the way I box and how I move and how I do it, y'all got no choice but to respect this champion, undisputed, and I don't think it's too many of us out here. So I'm excited. Thank you for my team, Lions Only. We was really like solid, baby. We y'all held it down for the most part, and that's what I'm really like stoked about. Training camp was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like we went to the waters with this shit. Like, we went really deep into training camp. One Guzman, shout out to you. Shout out to Titus Adams. Big shout out to Derek fucking James. He's supposed to be the motherfucking trainer of the year. And that's what y'all need to be giving these accolades and respect to. Speak it now. We got a lot of a year left. And it's in this accomplishment and these accomplishments are what we worked on and what we wanted. We all accomplished and achieved things together. So I want to just give a big round of applause to Derek James. James, me, my twin brother, we all won. We're big unity. So I guess
that was one of the best fights we've seen at this venue, and that's saying a lot. There have been a lot of incredible wars, battles at this venue. High level, high skill, and incredible action. I don't know, Derek, do you have any comment on what you saw in the ring tonight in terms of ability, skill, and excitement?
I think that I saw like 2 or 3 fights in one. Like at the beginning of the different type of fight, I think that in the middle it was a different kind of fight. Once he settled down, once he was able to settle down, it was like, and even in the mid to later rounds, I was like, settle down. I know you really want this shot, but you're throwing the shot too fast. When you ease into it, you're going to walk right into it. And the 1-2s, even in camp, like you said, the 1-2, that's what's going to catch him. And with the movement, he has to keep adjusting. So Jermell did everything he needed to do to set up all the shots.
I remember like getting in the middle of the round, I think like 3 or 4, and I was trading. Came back to the corner, feeling like motherfucker, like yeah, you gonna bang it out with me, right? So they're like, we don't gotta get into that type of fight. All right, I'm gonna give it like 2 more rounds, 3 more rounds, and then I get back on the outside and boxing and then just be a little bit more clever and use my skills and technique to just lead us to victory. We gotta worry about the knockout. I'm sure we're trying to get it.
And really, I was telling them, really, what the thing about it, a lot of times we were missing shots. So I tell him, shoot to the shoulder, shoot to the, because here, he's always going to keep ducking. So the shots we prove, the shots, ran him into another shot. So when you shoot the shot, the other shot, the second shot he hit him with, the one that made him fumble. So it was like he ran him into another shot. So it's not just the first shot, it was the second shot, the third shot that we get. It was a good fight.
And one good thing about Derrick James, well, let me pause that. One great thing about Castano is like his game plan is to possibly try to win the end of the rounds or get in good shots towards the end of the round. And it was like, hold on, I got to be aware of that. I went in there the first round, the first couple of rounds, and I'm like, I got to stay strong on everything he's doing, you know what I'm saying, to be aware. So I'm trying to be aware, and I was, just trying to tune out everybody else and just focus on what we've been working on. And so, that jab to the body, you try to be more effective using that. So it's what you got going on, man?
Questions? Questions from the press?
Ellie was the first one.
Stand by. Sorry, guys.
Marcus Hayes, FightHype TV. Jermell, congratulations. Derek, congratulations tonight. I'd like to talk to you, Jermell, in particular, about from round 4 to 7, Castano or from round 4 to 7, he looked like he was staying with you. And all of a sudden, in round 7, you seem to have raised your level. What was it in round 7 that made you separate from him and start to make him be flat-footed?
Like in boxing, sometimes you realize like how you knock people up, and sometimes it's like, okay, he pushing the action, but he kind of respecting my power. So it's like, I don't move that much. So from that point on, that's when I started like, man, I ain't gonna do all of this extra shit. Come on here and run into a shot. And I just kept on trying to set that up, and that's how I had.
You're breaking him down, to be honest. That's what it was. Breaking down.
That's just the Charlo way of breaking somebody down.
Breaking down.
Was this your best performance, would you say?
I say yeah, because I showed the fans, I showed these haters that I could sit there and bang and trade. I can get hit with shots. I'm a fighter. I'm a boxer. You know what I'm saying? So I think by far I came in really in shape. I weighed 152. That hadn't happened almost my whole time of being in 154. So I ain't done yet. I'm still growing and learning and making mistakes, and I can learn from this fight, learn from the last previous fights. So this is a rally right now. So I'm on my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tough to beat because of the fact that I got some power, some speed. I got good movement. I can set up shots and place them when I want to. And so I'm trying to be great.
Jermell, FightHype, congrats, man. Great performance. And Derek, you could tell us too, if that's okay. What were the adjustments from fight 1 to fight 2 that let you get the knockout? And was this, in terms of studying styles, was this a really good fight for young fighters to study being a boxer puncher?
Yeah, I think the fact that I thought, one thing that we tried to change up was like try not to be on the ropes too much. And I know everybody wanted that's one of the main things. And, shoot some uppercuts from different angles, no punches that he don't see. And that's what we did. Play shots at really, really precise points of the body and just wear him down.
Right, and really like the goal really was like for Jermell to be able to create the punches that he wanted to throw. He was able to create the punches he wanted to throw with his foot movement. Because Castano had to keep resetting. He opens himself up for the other shots, but he was just ready. And it all kept, like everything, the punches that he landed to knock him out was like over time. It was like knockouts over you might catch a guy like Tyson, right? But Jermell's situation was different because he was breaking him down, and he created those shots he wanted to shoot. And like I said, we're shooting short shots. That's what we called it, was a shot. Short shot with the delayed reaction. I believe it took him out.
Jermell, Mike Coventry, ESPN.
Congrats on an amazing performance on Undisputed.
Are you sure? You gonna change that list?
We love him. Don't worry about it.
I love you. I love him. You love him.
I was on the beginning. I know you remember that, so.
That's the question. Go ahead.
First, if I was.
Got your shit together. You always hating on people and shit. You see, you gotta come back to me now. You gotta respect me now. Yeah, with. Oh, trying to look bad. He did see that. Come on. Yeah. All right, go ahead and ask your question. Answer your question.
So first time Tony Harrison, close fight, I thought you won, and you come back and you knock him out. This time you knock out Castano after a close fight. What does that say about your boxing IQ? You're making all these adjustments and getting knockouts after.
I'm high on IQ then. I mean, like, that's what ASPN wanted to hear. I mean, my IQ is really high and great. I'm a clean fighter. I do everything. I try to not throw rabbit punches. I try to, use effective punches that matter in boxing, like my jab. And I use like strong punches. And I'm a very strong 154 pounder. And I've been at this weight for some years. So I'm trying to figure out, like, did y'all watch the first fight? A lot of those shots that Castano was throwing, even in this fight, they were sliding off the gloves. I was blocking the majority of those punches. It just sounds good because of the crowd is rabid. But when you're a fanboy and you can't be really never been in the fucking ring before, you'll never fucking really understand what's really going on in there. Punches were slipped, punches were ducked, punches were blocked. And that's what Derek James teaches. And I was durable. I was going all 12. Unfortunately, my power gets stronger by the rounds. How about that?
Jermell, congratulations. Keith Dydick, BoxingScene.com. Will it be hard for you now, after performing at this elite level and accomplishing everything that you wanted to go and make mandatory defenses that are going to cost you a lot of money and sanctioning fees for defending all 4 titles?
Well, I have a great management team. If I gotta, do what I gotta do, I gotta do what I gotta do. If I want to continue to box, you know what I'm saying? And so I can't really hate on I can't really worry about what sanction fees are. I get paid great, and they gotta pay me even more for the shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm history tonight. I'm okay. No. Undisputed 154 with 4 belt era, plus I'm African American. I represent my people. For the ones that don't really believe, shout out my mom, I heard
you. Muhammad Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. We are a black publication. I write a column called Ringside Update, and I want to know, how do you feel about, at the end of this fight, the big crowd, the people behind it? You made it a great fight. You made it one of the greatest fights in history. I want to tip my hat to you and leave it off. How do you feel now?
I feel like I really accomplished something very, very important, very, very major, something that's gonna stand for a very long time. Just everything about. I feel like I'm all of as, and I hate that ESPN ain't like some believe this, but I made it to a very strong, very, very strong pedestal in my career. You know what I'm saying? And so I believe that, like, I get to call the shots, I get to do what I do, and who knows what's next for me in boxing. You know what I'm saying? I listen to my coach. We're gonna stick to the game plan, stay back in the training, because we know we got mandatories, bro. When you become the top tier like this, you got all these sanctions, everybody number 1, everybody want a shot at the title, and it's looking good. But I'm busy. They gotta fight each other. I'm busy.
Thank you for putting on a great performance.
James Wells, Boxing Source here. Back in April, when we were talking about this fight, you said that you were going to knock him out, but also, have the patience from round 1 to round 12 to, try to work towards that. How is it to kind of like actually execute that, and then in round 10, finally getting it, and then being named the undisputed super welterweight champion of the world?
Like I said earlier, it feels good, you know what I'm saying? And I did what I had to do. I stood strong in the, process of breaking him down. I didn't fold. I know he was coming, and I just kept letting him come. And eventually he would just not beat up. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do.
Congratulations.
What's up, baby?
I'm good. Your face looks clean.
A little bit. Got a little busted lip and shit.
What was Earl Spence telling you during the fight? Because he got up between each round.
He was lit, like not in a bad way, like that, he was. When you can hear somebody and you know, there he go right there. It's my dog. Earl Spence is a motherfucking aggressive body shot throwing animal. So that one thing he would go to the body. He definitely, I definitely heard a bunch of that. It was just like him and listening to him and listening to my twin brother. And just listening to everybody that I can really represent, just, man, I recall everything almost like it's crazy. And I'm just like standing there, just boxing, just stay there. Don't worry about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? All them drums, where they at? Where the fucking drums at now? Yeah, I don't hear them drums beating. They boo me a little bit. This ain't my city. They try to act like the San Antonio and Texas. And they use all of that other BS. Now, you got no choice. But to put me, you know what I mean? I'm a promise, it's cool. I don't give a fuck about that. You gotta watch me. I'm undisputed.
Second half of the question. Nobody knows how hard you work from the last fight to now. Tell us how hard and how inspirational those other fighters who want to accomplish something big.
Becoming fighters, all you have to do is just really tune into your bodies. Learn your body, know yourself, enjoy who you are, love who you are, put God first, and just when it hurt, really push yourself to the next level. And it's every time, every day, it's gonna be hard. It's even hard for us sometimes. It's hard to get sparring partners. Everybody want a big check. We just want to work, baby. So you gotta use the top dogs in the top tier. Now shout out to all my people that helped me get to this level. Thank you.
All right, just 2 more.
You sure? That's a lot of it.
2 more.
It's on the spirit, baby. 4 more.
Hi, Jamal. How's it going? Dan McKenzie here from Fox Sports Australia. Congratulations, amazing achievement. I'm not sure if you're aware though, but Tim Zhu was at the fight tonight watching you. Full respect for me, so just don't shoot the messenger here. But pre-fight, he said he expected you to win, but also said that you're a little bit soft and that you don't bring the pressure. Can I get your response to that? And what do you make of Tim as a fighter? And would you like to fight him, Jamal?
Well, I saw him in his last fight. He should be quiet. He really didn't look. He didn't really look. So I don't really watch a lot of boxing. But just so happens that I did see him, and he didn't look so great. So there's nothing to answer. He didn't look so great the last time. He should work on his own situation.
He said stylistically he'd match up well against you, Jamal. You got any thoughts on that?
It's different heat over here in America, baby. It's different heat in America. How much Tim 2, whatever the fucking name is, how much they got? How much money they got?
Don't worry, bro. You don't hear. I answered that.
Would you take a fight against Tim?
Fuck you and Tim, because you changed the life. Stop asking me questions, dude.
All right, I think we have one more question.
I don't even want. No, bro, go ahead. We need more. One more question. This is it. What's up? How I feel to be the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. It's so fucking amazing. You know why, bro? I could count back on who had that IBF belt before you, and you moved up, and you was like everybody in our own lane, and I fucking love Texas, dog. We got Earl Smith at 47, me at 54, my brother at 60. We a fucking trio. We fucking the Bash Brothers. Motherfucking Bash Brothers. And he gonna get that title next, I'm telling you. And the money gonna keep going up, and we gonna feed our family. So how do I feel? I'm fucking lazy. Thank you.
Can we get you guys to stand up and get a picture of the two of you? And then I'm going to ask Errol Spence and Jamal to come up and just do a picture of the 4 of you guys, please, together. Historic night. Congratulations. Terrific fight. Errol, come on up. Jamal, come on up. Good. Quick picture.
Hey, I need to put him on a half-pound list, too.
Straight up.
Y'all can replace me in that motherfucker y'all want.
Stay on there. Stay on there. Fucking ring magazine.
Show me if I smack your stupid ass. Don't worry about that, man.
It's just reporting.
Fucking with the realest. Fuck wrong with you. Fuck you and Tim Kazoo. I'm busy this year.
Thank you, everyone, for coming on out to our post-fight presser. Once again, boxing's new undisputed king, Lion Zone, Jermell, Ironman Charlo, Errol Spence Jr., the king at 147, and of course, the middleweight champ, Jermell Charlo as well. Derek James, one of the best. I mean, what a performance, what fights that we had here, man, at the War Grounds. Possibly the best fight that we saw here. Excellent performance, and I cannot wait to see Jermell Charlo. But first, we got Jermell Charlo coming up in a little over a month down in Houston. You know, it's gonna be live on Showtime.